This is my 1990 Turbo automatic Miata build. Walk y'all through it, see if we can figure it out. So, starting at the turbo, we have a cxracing 42mm turbo. cxracing log manifold that's been draw filed and those brittle welds have been fixed. Super duper cool. The downpipe is, partially cxracing. The top is a CX downpipe. Bottom is not, because it does not fit the automatic transmission bell housing. So that's neato. Got the charge pipes are from a random Volvo. They wrap around the power steering crap, which every single NA automatic that I know of has. Here's another piece of it. Nice little aluminum tube. The intercooler, which I'll show you all how this got routed a little bit. It's from a N54 BMW engine with aluminum caps welded on the end, fitted to the front of my Miata. It's the other side. Goes up into there, into the engine bay. So you can see that Gretty Type S blow-off valve, the same crap that was on the Fast and Furious Eclipse. You want to hear what that sounds like? Yeah. Got the Rzcrew Airstream NA6 intake manifold. Super duper nice, super duper high quality. Had to make a bracket to move the throttle cable crap an inch forward, so only thing about that is I had to move that forward. Some AM rising rate fuel pressure regulator. Purple, those injectors from Mazda Speed Miatas, I believe. They're, I think, 265s or 270s. I cannot remember off the top of my head. Stock radiator. Everyone gives me crap for that. Some arc stuff. The arc radiator cowl, that's titanium. Arc radiator cap. This is cool. Arc Super Titan tower bar. Solid titanium, super duper rare. Don't know if anybody else has one in Western Canada. Got a 323 GTX valve cover that has been powder coated some super cool sparkly color. Then the back of it over there is what the hell is it called? Some sort of that. Usually they go straight, but this one had a tube welded that way, so now I can put the good old catch can somewhere over there. Won't have a bunch of interference issues. Also, this is from Garage Star, this carbon fiber cover. I don't have it bolted down right now. Oh my. Scoot it out of the way here. Aww. Y'all didn't see, but the bolt from there just fell into no man's land, so have to find that. Jesus Christ. Have to find that later. Had to make this little, I didn't really make it, I found it on the floor. Bracket to drop the coil packs, or move them over just a little bit, because either the valve cover or something didn't fit something. I had to move it anyways. Try to put this guy back without losing more parts of my car.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Never mind. Jesus Christ. Okie dokie. Moving on. This is, I'm sure you can read, I think it's Maruha Motors carbon fiber cam gear cover. Super duper neat. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, if y'all didn't tell, this is a 1.6 low compression engine think it's the same compression ratio as most of the Miata 1.8s, but regular Miata 1.6s, I could be wrong, I think it's 9.3 or 9.4 to 1 compression ratio. This is either a 9.1 or 9.0 to 1 compression ratio engine, so it's a little bit different than the regular NA6 Miata motors, just a little bit. For the wastegate bracket, I did not do this, but I did have help. Actually, not even gonna lie, Dad did all that because he's the fabricator god. It's been notched to fit the strut bar because I guess they didn't expect people to throw turbos on these things when they made that strut bar back in the 90s. No problemo though. The hell else am I missing here on the front? Oh yeah, the washer bottle has been relocated. CircuitSports washer bottle relocation kit. Super duper decent stuff here. Super clean. Pretty easy to wire actually. All the wiring is anyone with no experience could do it no problem. Didn't do that the cleanest up here for all of that, but it works. The plug, I think they probably changed the plug by now, but before it used to be super temperamental to plug into the factory crap, but that was the only thing I had with it that was like, how do I do this? But I asked them, it's probably long fixed by now. CircuitSports, puke tank with a little window there so you can check your coolant crap. Don't have any coolant in it now because it dumped itself all over the floor, so no more coolant. Moon eyes, 7-inch headlight covers. Someone might ask about these, but these are, the standard Jeep headlights everybody runs, but these are from usually Auto 4D or Auto 5D. They're like 140 bucks Canadian. They have, instead of just the halo, they have a chasing LED, so you can have one LED that goes that's all super neato. No standalone on this, stock ECU, which people are going to go, well, why'd you do that? But it's automatic, so the harness is not the same, and I am not going to be the guinea pig to find out whether or not a Mega Squirt will fit on this plug and play. So for now, it's going to be, no standalone. Might do a Greddy E-Manage Ultimate. Might do that sometime, but a lot of wiring, nobody likes wiring. This is out of sight here, but I have I think ARC version, or ARC Type B golden oil cap for this, because I thought that was goofy looking, so that's somewhere. Yeah, 1.6, so it does have an airflow meter, which not using the factory one, because who does that? That's boring. I have this guy, which is also off a 323 GTX. I think it's a lot like an RX-7 one. Actually, it's identical as far as I can tell to an RX-7 one, but it's rarer. So let's see, this bad boy probably fits something. Yeah, I don't know. Not gonna be like that. It's gonna be fun to tune that since, no standalone, so what an adventure that's gonna be. It is gonna be running a methanol injection kit. Snow Performance Stage 4 Platinum methanol injection kit, I believe. So it's got its own little standalone for the methanol injection, which I don't believe anybody else is running one of these in their Miata, because that's crazy. It costs as much as the whole car. I've actually glued it to the box by accident, but this is the little standalone for it. Coming on to the interior, we've got something crazy here. Oh, look, automatic, whack. Carbon Miata, carbon dash piece, carbon Miata radio strand, which doesn't fit because I should have measured it, but that's how she goes. Energy short tub. Let's grab my steering wheel here. Put this down for a second. Alrighty, so put the steering wheel on. Street Aero carbon fiber, solid carbon fiber. This isn't carbon laid on fiberglass or frame. Solid carbon fiber all the way through. Energy version 4. quick release with carbon fiber paddles. Carbon Weasel vent trim. They actually make super cool carbon fiber stuff. See, trim around the vent in carbon fiber. That's super duper neat. The hell else do I got here? If you're wondering why I'm breathing like a woman in labor, it's because it's above 0 degrees in Canada and I am cooking to death. AM failsafe. Not plugged in yet. Should probably just like, you know, everybody does that. Just pop it in there. Mint. What the hell else do I got here? You know, oh yeah, these. I don't have these yet. Well, I have them on order, but be Jetstream, carbon fiber. Hopefully, if they ever ship, carbon fiber door pads or whatever the hell they're called. It's just gonna be matching the carbon fiber dash. Yeah, all real carbon fiber. No fake garbage here. Cars with $900, but you know, that's how we do it in the Miata world. You know, got rust. Cheap XXRs. Oh yeah, I wouldn't go, oh, what'd you get XXRs? Oh, they're $300 Canadian, so I don't care. Better than the daisies. Just mocking this up earlier. Snow performance. Methanol reservoir. Peel this back here. Oop, that's disappeared. Got the pump, which I don't know if I'm going to mount it here, but, you know, that's kind of mint, right? Kind of mint. Got that. See if there's anything else I forgot. You know, stickers. You know, can't forget that. 3-inch straight pipe all the way back, because, you know, that's what you do. That's sticking out there. I didn't even know that was like that, actually. It's how it was. Can't show under the car, but she's all done pretty nice, actually. Might sound like a beehive, but it'll be a quick beehive. Oh yeah, can't forget this, you know. Moon Eye's antenna topper. Some other crap that I didn't show. This is off a Mitsubishi Evo. Whether or not it'll fit this car, that is anybody's guess. So far it looks like maybe. Maybe at best. If I'm gonna, you know, stick something like that, don't know what it's gonna do, but it's gonna look hella cool. There's that. Something to note about the automatics that I can just think of off the top of my head. Let's start with the firewall. So, as you can see, the firewall is pretty much smooth, minus, you know, 1 or 2 things. Drilled that there and missed because can't aim. So, stuff like those relocation kits might not fit 100%. You know, I got it mounted with that guy over there, but there isn't a hole over here because for some reason the automatics have a smooth firewall. Yeah, transmission's bigger. It's actually a close relative to a 300ZX transmission. So that's kind of cool. So when it says, oh, the automatics are weak. No, they're not. They're actually very strong. And they're also very heavy. So it's I think 132 pounds heavier than a regular manual Miata transmission. So it's got a fair bit more chunk there. But it's a strong unit, so yeah, they're not weak, they're just heavy. Oh, what the hell else? Yeah, so bigger transmission, downpipes don't fit, exhaust don't fit, nothing fits. So if you want to go throw you throw headers on, but the rest of it probably won't fit, so you'll need someone to figure that out. Radiator, why I didn't upgrade the radiator is because there's an oil cooler in the radiator, like most automatic cars. So if I need to get an oil cooler, or if I need to get another radiator, because obviously it's going to barbecue the car eventually, I need to get an oil cooler and add $500 to $1,000, or $500 to $1,000 on top of that. You know, as you do. So that's why I didn't do that yet. What the hell else? Oh yeah, for the interior, this is a little bit different on the automatics. Don't know if the manual cars have this. Did not check, but there's a big fat wire running. I can actually probably show. I take this guy off, everything here's just, anyways, a big fat wire running under the tombstone, which makes it fit all weird. There's like a big thick wire for the, you know, for this bad boy. So that's a little bit weird. So there's that. Automatic still have all the regular crap. You got your tack, real oil pressure gauge, you know, temp, fuel. Everything's all normal for that. People go, oh, you can't control the shifts. Well, you get your regular 1-2 shift you can do with the gear selector. Then drive is just third, because it won't go to fourth by itself, and then overdrive's fourth. So, you know, it's not great, but you can control the gears if you really wanted to. It's not as, not as fun as a manual, but whatever, dude. It's a Miata, I have fun in it anyways. Oh, jeez, what the hell else? Oh, yeah. Probably say this is an extra vacuum line coming from the transmission to the intake manifold. Just for fun. So, for the transmission, it needs a vacuum source, so keep that in mind if for some reason you're going crazy with vacuum lines. Might as well talk about the turbo oil feed return, coolant feed return. So 1.6 cars, they're neat because they have a, high pressure, you can't see here, but on the block there is a, hell, I'll just draw it on a piece of paper because that will, it'll show you. Alrighty, boys, we got our trusty piece of paper here, so, hell, it's gonna be, oh my god. So, got your side of the block there, and you have a high pressure oil feed. You can tap off right there for the oil feed, and right above it, same thing for coolant. So super duper cool. You don't even have to do nothing. It's already set up for you. Because these engines were off of the 323 GTX, Group A rally cars, so they were meant to have turbos on them. And we didn't get, well, we did get Miatas with turbos on them, but they were very rare and expensive, so we didn't really get too much of that crap over on this side of the pond. So that's cool. And then the coolant, this is the return. Going out of the turbo, going into, I think that's the mixing manifold down there, where the hell this line is. Cap this off, which I didn't affix or do anything special to, that's just a piece of rubber. Return goes into the oil pan, which you can't take the oil pan of these cars off very easily, so you have to drill it and tap it, or whatever the hell you're going to do, drill it or weld it, with the pan still on the engine. So you have to be very careful not to get metal shavings in the pan, or don't drill too deep because you might hit the oil pump. And that is, oh, that would be unfortunate, wouldn't it? You don't want to do that. Don't drill into your oil pump. Yeah, got my line here for feed. That is pretty much everything I can think of on my 90 turbo automatic. So do what you will with that information. Not saying it's gonna be the best runner in the world or fastest Miata in the world, but it's just what I'm working on right now. So yeah, cool.